to explain the warm-up to you. It is a signature warm-up, and I've been doing it for like a really long time. It is meant to warm up every nook and cranny of your body to keep you safe, even though everything that we do in this program is low impact, but it is designed to keep you safe in all of the movements that come after the warm-up. It is about 5 to 7 minutes, and I'm just going to go through a light explanation, so let's get right to it. This is an old school movement here, just plain old jumping jacks. You can take the jump out of the jack. I always like to say that, so pretty simple and straightforward. The next move up is forward lunge touchdowns. You don't actually have to go forward into the lunge. You can also bring the lunge to the back. You also do not have to touch the ground. So you can step out to the front, strike with the heel, tap your fingertips on either side of your foot, and then bring it back into the starting position. Same with the reverse lunge. You can reverse back, tap your fingertips down on either side of the front foot, and then bring it back into the starting position. Next up, we have side-to-side lunges. So what I want you to do is step out into a side lunge, and you are leading, leg that's leading is a bent leg, and you're trying to sit back. I encourage you to sit back into it because I want you to warm up the buttocks too. The leg that stays behind is a straight leg, and that encourages you to step back all the more. Next up, we have what everyone hates, I hate them, mountain climbers. And that's just kind of like a run in the parallel to the ground position. And again, you don't have to jump. You can just bring either knee up and tap your toe. Technically, this next one is not a low impact move, but you can do the double foot tap, or you can take one foot and tap it onto either side of your hands. These are referred to as sit-outs, where we're just taking our opposite limb to the opposite limb, and we're just in the plank position, and we're trying to get our foot as close to the opposite limb as possible, or the opposite hand in this case. We have you getting down as low as you possibly can from the squat position, also known as malasana in yoga, and you're just rolling back. We're not trying to take away from the body what it will not give us, but you're rolling back, and if it's available to you, you're tapping your toes over your head, and you're bringing it all the way back up in a split leg position, and you're just repeating that over and over again to the desired number of reps. Next up, from the tabletop position, you are going to just start in the tabletop position, and you're going to give me round circles with one of your legs to the front, and then you're going to go round circles to the back. Usually front is easier than the back, and you're going to do that onto either side. This really helps to warm up inside of those hip joints, like I said, to make sure that we're keeping everything safe. Next up, we're moving into a standing position, and you're gonna bring your ankles and your big toes together. You're gonna give me circles to the right, all the way through the knees and the ankles, and a little bit of the hips, really warming up the joints. And then you're gonna give me circles to the left for the desired number of reps. So what we're doing with this next one is just tapping down on either side of our center line. So you just have a little bit of a mini squat in between. You do not have to touch the ground with this one. You can use your point of reference with your elbows on top of your knees or your thighs if that's what you wanted to do. But just stepping side to side from center line. Next up, this is a squat with a kick, kind of like testing out the ankle joints or the joint warm-up that we just did previously. But I like to make sure my point of reference is dropping my elbows down on top of the knees. If you can't squat that deep, just do whatever you can. Make it a little baby squat. In time, you'll get better at the squat. But I like to drop my elbows down onto my knees with my head and chin up. Then come up with my opposite limb to limb. So my left fingertips perhaps to my right toes. All we're simply doing here is reaching back behind us, stretching out the shoulders and the quads, and just reaching back behind the body, trying to aim for each heel of your foot. Last but not least, you're just going to stand still with a slight bend in your knees, and all we're doing is reaching around towards the back of the body, looking over that shoulder that we're turning towards, and just really warming up through the torso and the shoulders to be able to really get the best out of our movement